for the last 30 minutes troubles with my phone going live. This YouTube app does it all the time. It distorts the videos. So in any case, we are here live. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Dr. Ayguen Sahin, and you are watching our weekly Sunday live to help you to be empowered and to be successful in the upcoming week, starting from August 25, 2025. The last week of August, I believe. It is crazy that the summer is over, and I don't know about you, but I had, as always, zero time to rest, non-stop working. But as you can tell, I'm not in that mood to really, and if you can tell, probably you're not even empowered. You don't look empowered at all. You look very upset and tired, and that's all true. And as many people know me, I always show what I feel, and I can't hide it, okay? And that's I would say, the beauty of being just true to yourself, right? To show as it is, no fake, no nothing, and that you can really tell how am I true to myself. And that's what I'm educating, right? I'm teaching on my channel as well, how to be true to yourself. And this is exactly what it is. No fake, no nothing. I cannot come here and like sugarcoat stuff, right? Because when things happen, that is normal for a human being to show their emotions. There's nothing wrong with that. And as we can know, in the United States, that's never the case, right? When people ask, how are you doing, right? How are you? They're like, yeah, I'm fine. You're not fine. You can tell from 10,000 miles away, you're not fine. But everybody is fine in America. Everybody is fine, right? But in Europe, and that's why I'm so happy that I'm also European, that you can say that I'm not okay. And I'm going to tell you, before I get into why, and that's the topic of today, and I have actually several topics I want to talk about. And let me tell you, if you're new here, the structure of the Sunday Live. So we are talking about the upcoming week and for all areas of our lives: work, career and finances, love life, health and well-being, home and family, and overall. But also in the beginning, I am talking about a topic and trying to find out together the guidance in that, and any topic that come to my mind that I want to talk about, that is also helping hopefully somebody to give as a guidance, okay? And the topic today is, yesterday I was attacked by a sociopath, psychopath, bipolar, I don't even know, all of these combined. In any case, some people's personality disorder. And I am still shook. And it went on and on and on for 30 minutes. I was brutally bullied, attacked, verbally attacked, and non-stop. It was ongoing for 30 minutes. And I actually was shocked to myself, like how calm I was able to handle everything. Because if you know these people, right, like, I guess I became naturally somehow effective in dealing with these type of people, because apparently non-stop I'm attracting these BS people. So because it was in a professional setting, I think the reason why I was able to handle it so well and stay cool is because I had to be professional. And because if you go this way, it will go backfire on me. It would go this way, it would backfire on the professional setting. So I was stuck on from left and right. I would not know how to handle it, other than to stay professional, stay cool, but wasn't no option to even stay cool and be cool and stay professional, because that person, if you know these people, these sociopaths, they don't let you speak, right? They're like, I mean, I have someone in our building as well like that. They don't let you speak. They're like non-stop, right? And there's no way, like, in these people also, because they are just want to bully you, okay? They just want to attack you, they want to just bully you. And what they do is also, when you say, for example, they say red, right? And then you say, explain, okay, actually this is, if you want, then let's do blue, right? But then instead of agreeing, because you just say, I don't want the red, then you say, okay, then the alternative is, let's do the blue. But then, because their purpose is to bully you, they say, no, I want a red. Because they say, okay, this option, no, I want the red. But you just said you don't want red. No, I know I want red. Because then you say, okay, let's do that. Let's do this. No, it's always the opposite, because they want to be non-stop on top of you. It doesn't matter. The point is not the point. The point is to bully you, to attack you, to harass you, to abuse you. And this is unbelievable to me. And that came out of nowhere, and I've never in my entire life in a professional setting experienced anything like this. And also it shows how much people are hungry for money, how much people have mental illness, how much, I mean, I've doing this for so many years, and I've never seen anything like this on that particular professional setting. And I actually also said, I've never experienced anything like this. And when I said, okay, that's it, I had enough, you have to leave, that person wouldn't leave then. Because that person threatened to leave. And then at the end, when I say, okay, now done, leave, go and leave, it's enough, stop, you gotta leave. And they say, I'm not leaving. But you threatened the entire time to leave. And now I say, leave. And now you say, I'm not leaving. So it was such a horrible moment. Like, I'm still shook by this. It was so creepy. The words that came out that person's mouth, creepy. And the eyes, guys, the eyes. I will make another video on the psychopathic eyes, because that person had his sunglasses on, right? And the moment the person, every time the person wanted to threaten me and bully me, that person took off the sunglasses, and that person had green eyes like this color, okay? Literally this color, green eyes. And that was this psychopathic eyes were like this. Every time the person was touching, oh my God, the eyes, I mean, so scary, so creepy. The words, the eyes, taking off the sunglasses, and like this psychopathic stare with these green eyes, like, oh my God, almost fluorescence. I mean, it's not the eye color, it's the psychopathic stare. Oh God, I mean, it was so horrible. And again, I cannot believe how much after, and I keep saying this, after the pandemic, people are literally brutal. Like the mental health is off the scale. the financial aggressivity on the financial need, on the even the penny, is brutal. And no wonder why I'm doing these things, because these videos, because it is important to understand, this will happen, this will happen, this will... No, it's real life, okay? How we handle the real life. These people will creep up from every corner, and they are now getting more and more and more. Are you prepared? Are you prepared? Can you handle it? Will you be able to handle it? Do you know how to handle it? I was, not only that I was shook of the entire situation, of the entire bully and attack and the harassment and what have you, ongoing non-stop for 30 minutes. Not only that I was shook about that, I was also later on shook about how I handled it so calmly, and it was just unbelievable. Because now you know, because the moment you say something, because they don't let you speak anyway, but the moment you say something, you know, because you have to think, what's the the end goal, right, for you? What's your end goal? The end goal is to get out of the situation, either the person leaving or giving what they want or whatever, because there's no way out. They corner you from left and right, because they say this, you say, okay, let's do this. And then they say, no, whoop, I want this. And you're like, okay, then do this. So every time they flip-flop, that's the way they try to, because the point is not what they want. The point is they want to just bully you, okay? And somehow feel bigger than you or whatever. So you have to really keep in mind. And the way to do it is to really not argue, not engage, like narcissists. This is a typical narcissist. The way you can handle narcissists is to not argue, just because they don't let you speak anyway. Just observe and do nothing. And the more you getting engaged, they flip things around and twist your words and whatever. And again, they don't let you speak anyway. So try to stay away. And I mean, not only the best point is to just leave, but if you're in a situation where you can't leave, like in my situation, I couldn't leave. I was stuck there because I'm the organizer, right? So I couldn't, I was stuck. And at that one point, I just shut up and just listened what this person was talking. And at one point, somehow, because you're not engaging, then they understand your power, and then they just for some reason get scared or whatever, and then they run away. So then I was thinking, what was the lesson of this? Okay. And I couldn't see any lesson at the beginning. I'm like, this is just, I was literally shaking. And I couldn't see any positivity in this. Like, what's the lesson? I always ask the question, what was the lesson of this? What can I learn from this? I couldn't think of anything. There was nothing positive about it. Then I thought, I'm glad that it turned out as it turned out, because if there were because we were still waiting for people to come. It was just before even the event started. So I was happy that this happened before, and that other people weren't, coming in and seeing all of this, or she was then, let's say, she would have faked, and then it would have gone ongoing with other people together. And then if she would have acted the same way next to other people, that could have been so much more worse. So in sense that I was happy that there were no other people engaged in this. It was just that person and me, and it was over before other people came in. So that was the blessing, because I think it could have, as if it wasn't so much worse, it could have been so much more worse. And if we would have gone with that whole thing. So at one point, then I still think that I was blessed by, or protected by the heavens, by the angel, by God, whatever you want to, whatever you think of yourself that you are protected with, always think of that. Number one, what's the lesson? Number two, see how were you still be protected? And I think I was still protected from even further damage and more damage than beyond just I don't want to say just, I hate the word just, but beyond me. It could have been so much larger. But I'm already like so much in that horrendousness of the whole situation. I've never experienced anything like this, especially in that professional setting. It was just brutal. And that will bring me to the YouTube videos that after the live stream last week, I looked into the stats, okay? And as you know, I'm a scientist and I like to look into data. And I love when everything I say, not only it is accurate all the time, but the data proves my point all the time. And that is, remember, for the last few weeks, I was talking about how people coming on my channel and the live streams, what have you, coming in and coming out, watching me, listening to me for an hour, right? And not liking the video, not engaging in the video, not subscribing, not what have you, but listening from me for an hour. And whenever I mention, okay, like this video, now you're here, people will disappear. And that, I mentioned this a million times, okay, for the last few weeks. And then I look into the stats. Guess what? This, what I'm doing here, the weekly, right, the empowerment, who is watching those? Who is watching these videos, right? The people who are in this fake spiritual nonsense. Either they watch tarot channels, or they watch whatever, spiritual whatever, or astrology, what have you. And those people, and I have other videos too. I have scientific videos, I have more deep dive videos, and I have videos that are, for world events or events that affect, society, what have you. Those are the people watching those. The stats are over here. But the people who are claiming to be spiritual, claiming to be watching all these tarot channels, astrology channels, all those videos, the people, the audience who watch those videos of mine are the worst ever. And I kept saying last year too, these people are, and actually have videos about that these fake spiritual spirituality people are actually narcissists themselves. And I have even videos that I mention that these fake psychologists are narcissists themselves. I gave a lot of examples about those fake psychologists, even professors, okay? And even they call themselves as specialists, whatever. Not only in the United States, but also overseas. Okay? And those people are, and if you can tell, these fake tarot channels, fake astrology channels, the way they talk, and also the fake psychologists, the way they talk is full-blown narcissism. And those people are my data. Data shows everything, guys. That's the beauty of data. I don't even have to prove you anything. I literally took screenshots. The difference, I will show that to you. The difference, you will see the difference. Then literally that the people who watch tarot, astrology, those audience of the videos of mine are down here. Watching like crazy, no likes, no subscriptions, but watching, okay? Lots of watches, but no likes, no subscriptions. But on the other hand, the other videos that with a different audience that watches my critical thinking videos, the analysis of world events, or of analysis of social psychology and other things that going on in the news, what have you, those audiences not only watch it, but like it and subscribe. Do you see what I'm saying now? I don't have to prove anything. The data proves it. These fake people watching fake astrology, fake tarot channels, fake spiritual people are the narcissists themselves, and my data shows that. Watching and not subscribing, watching and not liking. But on the other hand, yes, see, that's what I'm saying. Watching, disappearing, watching, disappearing. Those are full-blown selfish people, if they are not narcissists full-blown. The ones that actually, you can tell on the YouTube channels, they are full-blown narcissists, but the audience, absolutely selfish. Absolutely no empathy. No empathy of hard work. This is literally me, give me, give me, give me. I don't want to give anything back. And that, my friend, brings me to, together combined with what happened yesterday, I draw a line right here today. 23-22, 23-23. Actually, I want to tell you about the numbers and another copycat that I will talk about, which I saw this week. We'll talk about this. But I draw the line right here. Screw that, okay? Screw that. No sir, no ma'am, no more. I will make a lot of changes that I will not attract any more these people to my channel. Those are not my audience. Those are not my audience. It will be, my channel will be in a so much different path that only attracts the right people. Because currently, even though the society is not there yet, the society is not there when you talk about anything regarding, I don't know, empowerment or affirmations or tarot or astrology. People immediately think these have to be fake, you know, that those kind of fake spiritual category. That's BS. That's why people always telling me, oh, you're a scientist, why you're talking about this? Because the society is not there yet. And I tried for years to change the mentality of this, but apparently people, these fake astrology and fake tarot channels, fake spiritual gurus, are not allowing, because they spread like a virus. They spread like a virus. The way they read tarot, the way they read astrology is just unbelievable. The way the psychologists analyze and make you fake psychology videos, particularly about narcissism, get that. The fake psychologists who are full-blown narcissists make money off of narcissism. They only do narcissism videos. Unbelievable. It's true. It's true. They only do narcissism videos. That professor in the United States who is claiming to be a psychology professor makes money, millions and millions of dollars of money off of narcissism. But herself is a full-blown narcissist. Even like a psycho, you can see from the eyes. It's just in your face. And I cannot believe how people fall so much in that. That's what I'm talking about, lack of knowledge. And on the other hand, that from overseas, that Turkish person, also full-blown narcissist, copying other channels, my channel, and my videos, my words, identically copying it. And that person also makes fame and fortune off of narcissism. Unbelievable. But it's true. And because of these people are so stuck in this one way of horrible, put in a box thinking, misinterpreting tarot, misinterpreting astrology, totally butchering both, making shit up as they go, and people start to actually see it slowly but surely. So the point for me is, should I continue and keep go full-blown overboard, exhaust myself with 0 likes, 0 subscription, but a lot of watches, like full-blown narcissists, like me, give it to me, I will give nothing back, and watch the society changes while sacrificing myself? Or should just screw you all? I think I'm going to go to the second road. Screw that. Screw that. People are, this is a multi-billion-dollar business. I'm telling you. Fake spirituality is a multi-billion-dollar business. Fake psychology. And I will talk about that in the United Nations, about mental health. And I keep talking about fake psychologists because now I have multiple real life examples. You can see in the news how many fake psychologists are murderers actually. And I keep saying this for years, and now they're coming out. And I will not go deeper into this because it's getting, I have a lot more to say, but I'm not sure if I want to talk about this because, yeah, in any case, maybe I would decide to talk more about that another time. So that's what I'm talking about. The brutality and of after the pandemic, the really seriousness of mental health, the very much seriousness of fake spiritual and fake psychologists, fake spiritual gurus and fake psychologists, and the carelessness and narcissism of people. This is getting brutal, and we got to stop this. We got to stop this, and hopefully you watch all of my videos that I give you guidance on how to deal with narcissists. And hopefully this helped you to understand how I dealt with that sociopath, psychopath, bipolar, whatever the heck that person was, in a professional setting, in a calm way. Because as I keep saying it, the heavens also protect you, but there's a way you need to do it. Because always, in every situation, how much hard it is to go through, the heavens always protect me. Always. Always. And that only comes when you live in your truth, honor, and integrity. You cannot sit and watch and pray to God, to heavens, so that they give it to you, give it that to me, give this to me, protect me, if you don't do your job. Your job as a human being on this planet Earth is to live by the truth, honor, and integrity. If you can't live with truth, honor, and integrity in this life on this earth, you cannot expect the heavens to do anything. I cannot speak for the heavens. That's just my wisdom that I gained from my entire life dealing with narcissists, psychopaths, sociopaths, bipolars. Okay? So, that's that. And I also, let me tell you this, 32, oops. I have two new videos, two new courses for like a beginner class on my website, draygenshahin.com/courses. And those are, we are talking about how to stop. I give you guidance and practical steps. Again, this is all not woo-woo stuff. Practical day-to-day life steps you can take. How to stop following the fake people, fake spiritual people, and create your own guiding path in life. I give you the steps to do that, how to do that. And the other one is to be, I actually even forgot what was the other one. I believe that was something about how to achieve success, something along those lines. You can double check it because I've been like, my brain is just literally off. So two new beginner level course, very affordable. I want you to get those in one video, because the justice class and the abundance class, my blueprint, those are intermediate, and those are 8 videos, 8 video 1, 4 video 1 of the course. So the abundance class has 4 videos, the justice class has 8 videos, and you get certificate at the end of those courses. These new beginner classes are 21 minutes and the other one is 26 minutes. One video, go through all steps, and very affordable, and this should be your stepping stone into understanding how to use your intellect into your all of this what you're doing in life, and then it can move forward to the intermediate courses. Okay, I would highly recommend that, so check it out, draigensahin.com/courses. Okay, so now with that being said, let's move to the week. And I will not stay here and begging, yeah, you like, subscribe, screw that. If you like. If you don't like, go ahead, go away. I don't care, okay? That's the line. I don't care. I actually don't care. Go away or like it. Subscribe or whatever. I don't care, okay? You cannot come here, watch me for an hour, and then go away. Screw that. Actually, screw that. I'm over here, okay? Yeah, go away. Go away. I don't care. I actually don't care. If you want, see, people want to, I get this all the time. People behave as if they do me a favor. Guys, I don't have to do any of this. I have all the knowledge. I don't have to share any crap with you. Anything. I don't have to. Only what I want is I can, from all my life's experience and what I learned all my entire life, worked so hard, I want to the degrees to help somebody. I want my experience to help somebody. And I do help people because people tell me that. But I am not here when, number one, people squeeze the blood out of me, which I have experienced a lot, right? People all the time will, for the last 10 years or so, or before even, for the last 20 years, acting as if I was their personal doctor. Like, screw that. And their behavior is like, of course, you have to help me in my medical situation. Like, screw you. Like, what? And like here on YouTube too, as if I have to. I don't have to, crap. I want to, but I don't have to. I keep telling this to people. I want to help you, even on the medical side. I want to help you, but I don't have to help you. I want to give you information, but I don't have to. I know the information. I live my life based on what I learned, and thank God I'm healthy. So if you want to be healthy, welcome. If you don't, screw you. If you want to be mentally healthy, be strong, and go and get the job done every single week and be successful, welcome. If you don't, go watch tarot channels and go in the waiting loop, downward spiraling, and then whoop, your life is gone. I don't care. Up to you. So which group are you in? I serve the first group. I don't serve the second group. You can make other people rich. I don't care. I want to make you rich. So, good. With that being said, work, current finances, this will be also an extension of that, because the deep dives, I have these cards here. Deep dive, we go that in the extended. In this, we are talking about my cards, okay? Because apparently these ones give you so much more in depth, because I had to pull a lot of cards to understand the situation. And this week will be very similar to last week. So pretty much identical. And I was shocked to see that identical cards came out. And from what I've seen so far is why? Let's figure this out. Okay, so for work, career, and finances. Oh, this is not work, career, and finances. Sorry. So work, career, and finances. So for work, career, and finances, we have all of these in the extended. Then these will be on my Bright Star Club membership. So the first card, guys, I cannot make this up. Okay, let me tell you about the numbers, okay? Remember I talked about that that tarot reader who is not German but apparently knows German and shows off her German skills by, yeah, guys, these fake tarot readers, they're watching my channel. They're watching everything I said and they do everything I do. It's unbelievable. They use my words, they use my style. It's just crazy. Let me tell you what. So that particular one, I was shocked actually. So she, because remember for years I do like this numbers, like 4 plus 4 is 8, and every time I talk, I am not talking about this because some angel numbers. It's because my cards, these are my cards. I created this. And there's a purpose why I calculate the numbers. On my cards, I don't do this on tarot or other cards. My cards only, okay? These are my cards, and that's why I calculate the numbers. Because of these are my cards. But that particular woman, that tarot reader, who shows off, for whatever reason, her German skills, I saw it this week out of nowhere. She was like, during the tarot reading, she calculates the numbers, and like she interrupted the entire reading by started calculating all the numbers. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Where did that come from? These people, that's why I'm telling you, something goes on, it's copied by the entire tarot channels, entire astrology channels. It is unbelievable how much people don't understand how much copying other people shows the personality of you. And you cannot come on as a fake, as a guru, spiritual guru, if you non-stop copying other people. What is this? People just don't understand what spirituality really is. People don't live by the principles of spirituality. No spiritual person would show off their skills of something. I don't care if you know German or not. Stop reading the cards in German. Oh, this is German. Let me read this in German. Like, screw that. Your audience is not even German. Like, no German does that. Did you see any of me reading German? And I'm German. We don't do that. It's the same thing with Harvard people, right? I say this all the time for more than a decade. Like, the true Harvard people, we don't show off that we are from Harvard. We don't even say it open in the public. I don't say it in the public that I'm from Harvard. But the people, I see this all the time from overseas. They come for 2 days, for 1 week, for 3 weeks, for one I don't know, 1 month. And they're like, I'm from Harvard. Harvard. Like, the real Harvard people, like the real Ivy League people, don't do that. And that's the same thing. People just don't understand. People have like this much of skills. They love to show off. And that's also another level of, don't even get me started with narcissism, but narcissists copy other people, full stop. So stop copying, because it shows your personality. Okay, again, it starts with 44. I am knowledgeable. Didn't this card came out? I believe it came out last week, the very first card, also in work, career, and finances. Because either it was I'm intelligent or it was I'm knowledgeable, but I believe it was I'm knowledgeable. Something about knowledge was the first. Also the force. We talked about stability. I don't know what the heck happened. The whole week was fine, perfect for me. Was so smooth, so wonderful. Finally stability. Finally I felt calm inside of me. Finally I felt good this week. But that new moon in Virgo, that Saturn that was also in clash with square with Uranus, I think that was what it was. Because the entire week, as you know, I experienced the energies 1 week in advance, right? If it's a short and closer planet, I experienced 1 week in advance. So the entire week I was literally experiencing a nice smooth Virgo energy of planning and scheduling and smooth running, finally balanced, finally in peace, which remember that health and well-being was off the scale, right? Was perfect. And that exactly what I experienced. But that new moon on the 23rd yesterday, I believe whatever the heck was, that was the square off with Uranus. And Uranus is in Gemini, right? Local stuff. That situation was local. That person was local in that neighborhood that happened. Out of nowhere. And because it was Virgo, was meaning about service. That clash, the local and the service and everything. This was literally the new moon squaring off with Gemini, Uranus in Gemini. Because from a Scorpio side, it's on my 11th house. But from the Aries side, I'm an Aries ascendant, so I cannot say it's in my 11th house from a Scorpio side, but just for the pop astrology people. But from the Aries ascendant is in my 8th house, right? The Uranus in Gemini. So it is absolutely interesting that, I'm sorry, what I'm talking about. The Virgo is in 11th house from the Scorpio side, but from Aries side, that's the 6th house, right? And the Uranus is the 3rd, and from Scorpio side is the 8th, the Gemini, Uranus and Gemini. So it is literally the people, the service, the people, the local, all combined in once. And that was literally the shock effect, that explosion, the shock. So tell me in the comments if you experience anything kind of like out of nowhere, like terrible, like weird experience, and you feel hopeless, you feel like, oh my god, what next? Like right now, I mean, since yesterday, I'm like, I'm still shocked at how to balance everything out. And this week seems like, let's just figure this out as we go, okay? So again, we have the knowledge. In work, career, and finances, 4 + 4 is 8. We have the knowledge, identical as last week. We have the knowledge to figure this out. We have the knowledge of prosperity. We have the knowledge how to reach that, rescue the situation. We have the knowledge this week. And then we have what this is about, number 5. Remember, we also had, and I didn't mention this, now I know, last week a lot, few times 5s. Disruption, right? Maybe that Uranus effect. And we have with number 5 again. It says, I appreciate every person and event coming into my life. They help me grow. And this is exactly what I experienced. I appreciate it. that every person came into my life, they helped me grow. Again, see that situation as a stepping stone in learning. Like, what can I get out of that lesson? And I learned a lot of lessons yesterday by this person. And now I know how to structure what I want to do, how I want to structure our business, how I structure everything else. And I said, no more this, no more that. I will never do this again. This was the first and last time I've ever done this and that. So use the Virgo analytical side of you with the knowledge, Virgo, and make it so that what is the lesson? Write it down, notice in your brain. That's exactly what I did since yesterday. How am I get out of this? What should I just go do going forward? This doesn't work, this doesn't work. I will never do this again. This was the first and last time I've ever done this. So try to figure out logically, practically, instead of taking it personally, and also feel like heavens protected us. And look at this, what we receive from the heavens. And by the way, I renewed them on my Etsy store last night, so they are available back again on my Etsy store, my cards. And I believe I have do I have a sale? I'm not sure. So double check that. So I have them on my Etsy store back up again, and I have them on my coffee store as well. So and for everyone who signs up to my e-newsletter, as a thank you, you will get 30% off of your next purchase, okay, on my Etsy store. So you get a 30% coupon. So, and if there's in the e-newsletter, you will get so much more, and we'll be changing everything. You will get so much more knowledge-based information that I don't do videos about, okay? So subscribe for that. It's draygenshahin.com. I'm sorry. Wait. Yeah, of course. I'm sorry. It's draygenshahin.com. So go there and just subscribe, okay? So what we receive from the heavens is number 14, my number, the truth. This week, in the work and finances, we will receive the truth. Maybe that person served us to see the truth for something, and I can see it. Or maybe because this is this week, we will understand as we do the logic, as we train ourselves to do the logic and the structure and analysis and the plan, because we have the knowledge, we do we see the wisdom in everything, and that we will see the truth in what's working, what's not working, how should we change everything. And that's all happening this week. And when I looked into these cards to go a little layer deeper, I see a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of stuff. There is stability, but we will show them to you. You will be shocked, actually, how much this is like a story. It's a layered story. It's actually very interesting, and I will reveal them to you in the extended, in my Bright Star Club members. But again, the 4 is there, the stability is there. So don't be, if you feel overwhelmed, something happened during that new moon and during this weekend, something that you feel, oh my God, like how I'm supposed to get out of this. Trust that this week it will, because of our knowledge, because of our experience, because of our wisdom, and the heavens give us the answer, the truth. And I will also have in the extended these Lenormands, and let me tell you what this is. This is, again, you will, the answers are coming this week. The answers are coming with the heaven's help, but also with our knowledge and our wisdom combined. Let me write that down, because this is actually the key. Perfect. This is the summary. But the stability is there, okay? The stability confirmed twice with one of these cards. Okay, now let's do the love. Love is 55. 45. Yeah, we have tons of cards because I needed to clarify what's going on. I mean, so much like this layers, guys. It's a process, and this week is also another stepping stone. So we have number 25. I'm skillful. Didn't this come out last week? I mean, I think these are the identical cards. I have to double check, because I feel these are the identical cards. I'm skillful. I remember all of this. It's a deja vu almost. I'm skillful because I kept saying we have the skills in love life. We have the skills. Look at this. I'm skillful again. 25. 2 plus 5 is 7. Other people. Like, not other people, like one-on-one. Like, right? Relationship. We are skillful in this week. And what is this about? 38, another 35, another 8. Stability, prosperity. Not stability, but prosperity. And this is, I take time to rest. If I feel overwhelmed by everything and everyone, I'm at peace, right? I'm telling you, one-on-one, but we are talking about on this love part, not just one-on-one, like work related one-on-one relationships, partnerships, but I'm actually talking about love, okay? And this is like, we are so feeling overwhelmed by people this week. I don't see as something extraordinary will happen this week. In fact, we are just like so, overwhelmed by everything and everyone, to be honest, because if the person of your interest, of your partner, what have you, overwhelms you by anything, behavior or words or what have you, then take a walk, rest, write in your journal, use your skills, your practical skills, like Virgo, right? Virgo new moon. Use your practical skills to overcome whatever it burdens you in your partnership, your relationships. Again, if anything is overwhelming, use your practical skills, and that, again, go to my beginner courses that I've just dropped this week on my website, draygenshahin.com/courses, and I will show you the practical steps you can take. This week it's in the relationships important, and that will bring us to peace within our relationship. Yeah, one-on-one relationship. And what we'll receive from the heavens, number 28, 2 plus 8 is 10, reduces down to 1, a visitor. A visitor. Maybe a new person will enter into our lives. Maybe because we will have so much overwhelmed by the people around us, so that as we calm ourselves down, as we are at peace, the heavens bring in a new person. The heavens will bring in a new person. Or the person, you are so peaceful and restful, and because your skills that you're using, that person will visit you. And you talk things out and you are at peace. Okay? So either it is a new person coming in, or you're using the skills. I mean, 3 things. You're using the skills that you have in a very practical way, like Virgo, to calm yourself down. If everything is overwhelming, taking a walk, writing a journal, meditate, whatever, it calms you down. Go to gym. And that those skills give you peace, bring you peace. And then when you are at peace, either the new person, the person of your interest will, come and visit you, or a new person will enter into your life as you are at peace. Remember, we talked about alpha state. But what I'm seeing here, I have like so many questions, and I looked into this, and I'm like, very, very interesting love life going on here. Very, very interesting. Yeah. We'll talk more about this in the extended, okay? So I wouldn't expect much like last week. I wouldn't expect much in the love arena, because also we are in the Virgo season, almost getting into Virgo season, or actually entered Virgo season. It's more about practical matters, like, right, knowledgeable, skillful. So I don't see much happening this week in regards to love. That's that. But we'll discuss more with the cards in the extended. So let's talk about health and well-being. Last week the health and well-being was off the scale, and it was for me exactly until that in the new moon. So we have, look at this, another rune card. Again, another popping. When I see this, look at this. Yeah, something is going on when you go deeper, looking deeper into this, like behind the scenes, so much is going on. So much is going on. But again, we have a rune card in the health and well-being, which is so important because the exact same thing happened last week. We had a rune card in our health and well-being, the area of our life, and that was off the scale, okay? And it actually was identical what came out from me. So tell me in the comments, how do you experience this? And now we have it again. And if you are new here, it's that when we have a rune card, means it is very, very powerful, that whatever comes out. And so we have dagas, and this is one of the most beautiful ones because it's day, breakthrough, transformation. Dagas, day, breakthrough, transformation. You can also get them on my Etsy store. They're now up on my Etsy store. Day, breakthrough, transformation. Unbelievable, beautiful. Again, our health and well-being is lit up. Again, Virgo, right? Virgo season, our health and well-being is lit up. So whatever happens, Our health and well-being is on the top notch. And we have two of these, my rock star success cards. And these are based on my own life, my own words. Number 15. 1 plus 5 is 6, and Virgo rules the 6th house. I know that staying on the right side of the, again, the identical card. The identical card as last week. In life, no matter what, brings true happiness and fulfillment. Whatever, again, that's the key. Same as what I told you what happened to me yesterday. I always stay on the right side of the road. That helped me to, because listen, if you know what you're doing, if you know that you follow the law, if you know that you do everything right, honesty, with integrity, with truth, there's nothing can beat that. Nothing. I talk about this all the time. You beat narcissists by being in the truth, honesty, and integrity. Because no matter happens how much you twist it or they twist it, it comes back to you as a win. Because you are protected on earth's law and the heavens law. Nothing can beat that. Ever. Always stay on the right side of the road, of the law, of the road. That's the key, okay? And then 32, again, 5, right? I am proud of my self-confidence, guys. I cannot make this stuff up. These are identical cards that they came out from last week. I am proud of my self-confidence because we are staying in the truth, honesty, integrity at all times. And that's our breakthrough. That's our transformation. And that is the day going well for us, the week, right? For health and well-being. And what we receive from the heavens is 31. 3 plus 1 is 4. Stability again. Good fortune. You know, health and well-being, good fortune. Again, happiness and fulfillment. What truth, honesty, integrity brings us. The only way to be happy this week is and bring good fortune in from the heavens and on this earth, and happiness and fulfillment is by staying in the truth, honesty, and integrity. And I even have a t-shirt design on my Etsy store about this. Truth, honesty, and integrity. Yeah. And I mean, I even have this right here in the cards. I mean, I cannot even make this stuff up. Transformation is here. Truth, honesty, integrity is here. Self-confidence is here. It's all in here. Identical. I can't make this stuff up. Okay? So that's that. And then home and family. Home and family is where we live, how we live, who we live with, or actually family. Okay? And this is, yeah. Also, these cards show another layer of this. And look at this, 56. 5 plus 6 is 11. I'm infinite. Home is where the heart is. I mean, for me, after this thing happened yesterday, I talked with my father. And my father has a huge wisdom. I mean, if you would want to know anything about spirituality and who actually a spiritual person is, an earth angel is, looks like, wisdom, wise man, If you want to know, you need to get to know my Father. He is all of this combined. He is the earth angel. That's it. He and I, we also share the identical life, honestly, with all the challenges, all the things, the genetics, everything. I look also like my dad. I mean, we share everything. Our entire lives, what we experienced in the life, our wisdom, we talk all the time. Every time about spirituality, of wisdom, of critical thinking. He's a smart, if you want to know about smart person, my dad. If you want to know about critical thinking, my dad. If you want to know analysis, my dad. If you want to know the history, my dad. If you want to know anything about religion, my dad. If you want to know everything about spirituality, my dad. If you want to know anything about actually being there for people on this earth, my dad. So I called him right away. I was shaking, and he calmed me so much down. And my dad always say, I want to share this with you, the only thing my dad always say all the time, whatever, you come with whatever problem, and he always say, and if he sees you as you are sad, when he sees you are worried, when he sees you are crying. I cried. I mean, I cried at the very end after my dad's speech, not the whole thing, but after, because I was so overwhelmed by emotions as he tried to calm me down, and because I also was very worried about a lot of things. And the only he said to me, and he says this to me all the time, nothing in life is more important than your health. He always say that, and that's so true. Nothing is more important than your own health. Don't worry, don't think. And my dad is like, and if you want to know, the funniest person on earth, he's so funny. Oh my God, he is so funny. He's like this inner child, like, this because he's an Aries. He's like the definition of an Aries. And so even though he has been hurt a million times by people like myself, he always, you never can see him show his sadness or is sad. He's just like, he turned this into, he's always happy inside of him. Even when you say, like, I'm so, like, I'm a deep Scorpio, right? Like, I'm so going deep and, like, so frustrated and, like, whatever. But he's just much more lighter and can joke a lot about a lot of things. I can't do that, but he can, and I admire this about him. Even when he, in the saddest part, that he can even crack jokes, I can't, but this is his quality. And so reason why I'm saying all of this is because family and home will be our true anchor this week, and exactly as it happened to me yesterday. Like, this anchor will be coming from family, from home. We will get the wisdom, the peace and the calm from home, from family. And 21, I share my love with others fearlessly. I am safe to give and receive love. We learn from our family members or from a family that it is okay to give love. It's okay to, even though if you're hurt, don't stop giving your love, okay? And look at this. How gentle is this? Number 60, very bold. Round numbers are very bold for me. Again, another 6, right? Compassion. This is so, even my voice can't calm down. This will be our soothing anchor. Even I see this here in the cards. That family, that home, it will be our gentle anchor this week. Okay, I will share with you these. So very beautiful. Do you see how much it calmed me already down? I mean, this is live stream, you can see it. Now overall is, yep, and these cards are just crazy. Look at this, we have 2 of these, very important from the heavens, and we have another rune card, identical with last week, guys. I'm telling you, the health and well-being area, and our overall had rune, or was it home and family? I don't remember, but we had 2 runes, and this is not overall, and this is Pethro. Mystery, fate, divination. Mystery, fate, divination. And this is number 12. Again, 1 plus 2 is 3. I am free to fly high. I love this, because when this card comes out, it is literally problem solved, we are free. Problem solved, we are free. Why? Because we are knowledgeable. Very first card. Again, identical of what is happening this week with last week. Our intellect, and go and take the beginner classes about the intellect, how you can solve problems practically. Identical this week as last week. Our intellect will make it happen, and at the end of the day, we are free to fly high. When this comes out, it means literally we solved the problems. I almost feel like it's by the end of the week. By the end of the week, that I see a lot of stuff going on again, particularly, I mean, in love life. Nothing's happening in love life. And if something happens, I told you what to do. But at the end, we are free to fly high. And look at this. What we receive from the heavens, 2 things. 15, forgiveness. Forgiveness. Very, very important. That something is so deep, so gentle, so deep this week. Very high wisdom, because mystery, fate, divination. Very interesting. The forgiveness, like forgive of everything and everyone, right? The wisdom, I talked about in the beginning, the intellect and the wisdom. What can we get out of it, take out of the situation? That is also in the home and family was, I'm safe to give and receive love, right? The forgiveness. Again, I see 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 Virgo season all the time, right? Getting the wisdom out of it. And then look at this, 41, a blessed change. Again, blessed change comes from the heavens, because listen, mystery, fate, divination. From the heavens, literally, we will get a blessed change, and that is, I'm free to fly high. problem solved from all of this for the last 2 weeks, last week and this week. The 2 weeks will lead us for all of what we have experienced, that the wisdom we will take from it, and through our knowledge, we will by the end of next week, problem solved, free to fly high. We are totally free from all the burdens or all the problems, and we will receive a blessed change. Unbelievable. And that goes through forgiveness. Either heaven will forgive us, or we are through our wisdom we will be able to forgive for anything and everyone who hurt us. Forgiven and forgotten. That will move us forward. Okay, now gratitude affirmation for this week and our archetype to be successful this week is again, my card, my number, the truth, right? And the 14 is, I am immensely grateful for every single second I spent with my parents. I'm peaceful. Oh my God. Yes, these are for my own words, my own for my own life, my own words. Look at this. Didn't I talk about my dad? That how much he calmed me down? Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? I am immensely grateful for every single second I spent with my parents. I'm peaceful. Peaceful and peaceful. I'm at peace. This was in the love area. So maybe if something happens in the partnership area, love area, you might want to call your parents, or something happens and then you feel calmness from your parents. They give you wisdom or what have you. Tell me in the comments, are you talking with your parents? Are your parents like this? I would love to know. There's so much hate towards parents in this day and age, but tell me in the comments if you greatly appreciate your parents. And that's the key for this week. We are grateful. We are grateful, and I am peaceful. Peaceful, forgiveness, blessed change, and that dropped over there. And then the archetype we should embody is Joan of Arc. Oh my God, I love Joan of Arc. When you go to Paris and you see in front of Notre Dame the statue of Joan of Arc, it's just so overwhelmingly beautiful. I mean, I don't know if you watched the movie, know the history. I love Joan of Arc. I feel like, oh my God, so me. And the warrior. We will be the warrior this week. But at the end, it calms. Did you see my voice start to calm down? Like how much a grrr, like peaceful, calm, at peace, and by the end of the week. And that is, we can solve the problem. We are free to fly high. We are finally free from all the burdens, and we accomplished all of this, and we get help from our parents, calm ourselves down, and we will be at peace. And that all of this will be also leading to a blessed change by the end of the week. And then later I will show you what we will have at the bottom of the deck. And this is literally telling the whole story. Summary. unbelievable, by the exactly what I said. Okay, so if you're interested in that, we'll go over the extended right now, right after this, and I will go deeper into with each one of them, and you will learn more about it. Okay, so thanks for being here, thanks for watching. If you liked it, give a like, subscribe. I don't want to beg you about that, I don't care. So it would be nice if you do support. If you don't, why you are here. In any case, get my courses. They're here there for you if you're interested in learning what to do actually practically to actually being able to do all of this, to find it successful in life, or to overcome problems, not following other people's gurus, but how to you be your own guru. How can you be your own guru and follow your own path? That's what I'm teaching in the beginner classes. So take that, draiguensahin.com/courses. New stuff is up, my Etsy store, and if you subscribe to my e-newsletter, you get a 30% coupon for my Etsy store as a thank you. And my e-newsletter, you will going forward get a lot of knowledge. And if you haven't already, check out my blog, because on my blog my blog is very comprehensive. So if you feel this is like too easy for you, if you want to go deep dive into everything what's happening, learn more, go to my blog. I have a lot of comprehensive posts there. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll move you into the extended. See you there. Bye bye.